Hello guys, welcome back to the Civil Engineering YouTube channel. Please subscribe our channel for daily civil engineering videos. In today's lecture, we are going to analyze this overhanging beam with a uniformly varying load, or we can say uniformly a triangular load acting on this beam. So here you see is the overhanging beam, because the one portion of the beam you see here is without any support, and also this portion of the beam is also without any support, so it's hanging on both sides. That's why this beam is known as an overhanging beam. And we are going to analyze this beam to find out the support reactions with a triangular load, where the load increases here from 0 to 3 kilonewton per meter. The distance on which the load is acting is 2 meter, and the 4 meter and 4 meter is without any kind of load. So how to analyze this beam with a triangular load acting only between the supports? So I'm going to show you a very easy steps to find out the support reactions. So let's start with this step. The first step is step number 1 is to find the area. To find the area of the load, so we are going to find the area, and the area will be equal to the area of this load, which is, you can see, the triangular load. So the area of a triangle, if this is any kind of triangle, so the area is always equal to the, for a triangle it is half base into height. Now base is this distance, this is the base, and this is the height. So half base into height, and we know that base for this triangle is 2 meter. This is a triangle, multiplying it with the height, and the height maximum of this triangle is 3 meter. 3 meter, so it is 3. So now finding the area, so it will be cancelled, and we got here 3 kilonewton. This is basically the load, the pointed load. The area gives us basically the pointed load of this uniformly varying load. So basically if I draw it like this, so it's basically the pointed load acting here at this point from this triangular load, which is also 3 kilonewton in our case. But this load will act at the centroid of the triangle. Now this is important to know, the centroid of triangle. For example, if I consider here a triangle, so the load is always, the centroid of the triangle is always here. If this is B, width B, so from this distance up to this distance, this is centroid. Keep in mind, this is centroid. So this distance, it will be equal to the 2/3 of B, and this distance, the little distance, will be 1/3 of B. This is the centroid of the triangle. So in our case, the load acts 3 kilonewton at the centroid of the triangle. It means from this point up to this point. So now in this case, we have 2/3 of length. So 2/3, this distance will be equal to the 2/3 of the triangle length. The triangle length is 2 meter. So this length will be equal to the up to the load where the load is acting. So this length will be equal to the 2/3 of 2, which comes out to be 1.33 meter. So we know this, we have to know this distance, because I will show you in next step how. So first step was to find out the area of the triangle, which was 3 kilonewton, and basically this is the pointed load acting at the centroid of the triangle. Now the next step is to find out the moment at any point equal to 0. So let's suppose we are going to take the summation of moment equation, equilibrium equation at any point equal to 0. Let's suppose summation of moment at point A equal to 0. So this is the step number 2. So summation of moment at, let's suppose A point equal to 0. At this point we are taking all the moments, and let's suppose clockwise moment is positive and the anti-clockwise moment is negative. So the clockwise, now starting the moment is basically equal to the force multiplying with the momentum. So summation of moment at point A equal to 0. So the force that creates the moment is this one, 3 kilonewton, which will create moment about point A. So it is 3 multiplying with the momentum. Momentum is the perpendicular distance from the load point up to the point where you want to find the moment. So from load point up to A point, this is 1.33. So this is acting in clockwise direction moment. So that's why it's positive. And then the another force that creates the moment about point A is of course this support reaction. For example, this support reaction are acting in upward direction RB. So it will acting in upward direction like in this way, and it will produce the moment in anti-clockwise direction about point A. So it will be taken as negative. So RB multiplying with the moment arm, because moment is equal to the force into moment arm. So here moment arm is the distance from B point up to A point, this whole distance, which is 2 meter, equal to 0. Summation of all the moment about point A equal to 0. So now simply we shift this value into the right side. So it will be 2RB. It will become positive, and this comes out to be 3.99. And if we divide it by 2, so we will get RB. 3.99 divided by 2, we get something 1.995 kilonewton. So this is the support reaction acting here at this point, which is 1.995 kilonewton. So this is step 2. Now in step 3, we are going to find out this support reaction RA. So it will be in step 3, it will be summation of vertical forces equal to 0, and upward forces will be positive and the downward forces will be negative. So upward forces are this one, RA is upward and RB is upward. So RA plus RB is acting in upward direction, and downward is this force 3 kilonewton is acting in downward direction. So summation of all the vertical forces equal to 0. So now RB is known to us, which is 1.995. So we will find here RA. So we will shift this value into the right side, this one as well. So it will be 3 minus RB, and 3 minus RB is known to us, which is 1.995. So here we will get RA, and it will comes out to be, if I use calculator, it comes out to be 0. Sorry, it comes out to be 1.005 kilonewton. So this is basically RA here acting at this point. There is too much drawings here. If I try to delete them, so RA will be acting here 1.005 kilonewton, and RB is here 1.995 kilonewton. So hope you guys understand how to find out support reaction for such kind of beam in 3 basic steps. And don't forget to subscribe our channel for daily civil engineering videos. Thank you for watching our video.